In this section, we're going to be talking about having a plan with your user pre-snap. Again, this is so important. So just like when you're on offense and you're passing the ball, again, you want to go 1, 2, 3. This is my first option, second option, third option. Again, similar thing on defense where we just have to have a plan pre-snap where we're thinking, okay, first thing you got to ask, what are your CPU's assignments? Second thing you're going to ask, okay, my CPU assignments are guarding the deep silent here. So again, our flats are on 20. So again, we don't have to worry too much about the deep silence here because again, we had the clouds on 20. We don't have to worry about any skinny post. So the weaknesses here are going to be over the middle of the field and short underneath. Again, we talk about weaknesses of defense more in the beginner's manual and the route combo development courses, but again, it's also important to know the weaknesses as well when you're in defense, the defense you're in, because then that's how you're gonna put your users in the best spots. Because if you don't know the weakness of your own defense, then you're not gonna know where to be with your users. So again, in a defense like this where flats are on 20, again, short silence in the middle. So say if they do a route combination like this, and again, the next and most important thing is what's happening post snap. So again, try to identify what the play is as soon as the ball is snapped. That's what you should be doing, is kind of just quickly glancing at the receivers and try to make a mental note of, okay, this is, I see A on a zig, so it should be this play, or oh shit, X is running a in route here. I saw it in my peripheral vision, so maybe it's Z spot. Again, it'll be a lot easier to kind of absorb a lot of this when we go over the gameplays. Again, I know it's kind of hard in these practice mode tutorials sometimes to kind of see everything and really understand it. So, but right here, again, I'm going to see at the start of the play that someone is attacking that short silent, and again, that's going to be one of the weaknesses of my defense. So I'm going to say, okay, let me go take away the short sideline first. But I also know that I'm weak over the middle, so I got to get back over the middle. So these are the type of plans you should be going over after every single play with your user and asking yourself pre-snap, okay, I know that my flats are on 20 in cover 3. The short silence are weak. The middle of the field is weak. That's where I got to be with my user. Never, ever, ever. Always, no, I shouldn't say never. Always have that idea pre-snap of where you're going to go with your user. Again, a lot of it should be predetermined. So again, here I knew that the short silence and the middle were weaknesses. So again, I did my best to guard both. Again, I guarded the short silent. You just gotta guard it for a little bit, make them think you're gonna use it, and then go back. You can go back over the middle onto another route where you're weak at. But here's the thing: you want to be a bit deceptive as well. You don't want to be predictable. The best users in the world, I will say, are unpredictable. You don't know where they're gonna go every time. So again, say you face a similar concept like this again later in the game. So you saw what I did with my user pattern last time. So again, it's common to kind of go back over the middle of the field. You kind of just guard those short routes for a little bit to drift back over the middle, and that's what I did the first time around. So again, if you see that kind of route again, try to bait them. Try to be a little unpredictable. Again, let's fake guard it here, come back, and then go back and guard the route. Again, that's going to catch people off guard. That's a lot of people aren't going to expect that. They're going to think they have an easy short underneath safe read. Again, and then you go and bait them. Again, you want to be unpredictable and deceptive. So again, last time, you notice how we went back. We just fake guarded this route for a little bit just to make them think we were guarding it, and then we were really going back on the other route. After you do that a couple times, mix it up. Fake guard it. Go back to the in route. Just make them think you're going back to the in route. Just a little turn here, and then actually cut back underneath here and go back on that first route. That first weakness of your defense, are these short sidelines. Again, it's all about asking yourself, again, where are you weak, and then having that plan. Okay, I gotta guard this guy. I gotta guard that guy. Or, oh shit, okay. After the play is developed, I see that they're attacking these two spaces on the field that are my job, that are the weaknesses of my defense that the CPU is not going to guard. So again, I gotta go and guard those myself. So again, say if you run a defense like cover two. Again, you really got to be careful in cover two here for the deep middle and the deep silent. Again, so do something like this. Actually, no, I don't have it. So do a play like this, actually. So if you're in cover two, you got to be aware, okay, deep middle, deep silent is weak. Again, also the short silence could be open. So again, you got to kind of see what the play develops, and then you got to see, okay, he's attacking these weak spots in the field. Okay, I got to go to those weak spots first. And again, always check the deep parts first. So again, most of the times your job isn't going to be to run deep, but in a case like cover two, you got to be careful because you can't be susceptible deep. So again, let's run a play like this. So again, if we saw at the snap that we had a streak running deep down the middle, again, you might want to check that. Again, you want to be quickly glancing at every receiver at the snap of the ball and asking yourself, okay, what play could this potentially be? And again, you got to see that everyone's kind of running deep here, and you got to be like, oh shit, I'm in cover two, I'm weak deep. So again, you got to run deep yourself. Again, don't give up that free touchdown, and don't run and guard somebody that's already guarded by the CPU. That's such a bad mistake that even top level players make, and it's such a bad mistake to make, because again, it all just comes down to if you just had that plan pre-snap and you knew that, okay, your CPU's assignment is this. Again, don't go and double guard a route that that the CPU's already guarding. You don't need to go and guard that too. So let me give an example. So say that we're gonna put our flats on 25 here, and we know that these 25-yard flats are going to do a really good job of taking away the tight end corner route that our opponent likes to do. So again, let's assume that our opponent is killing us with this corner route out a bunch, something like this, and he keeps abusing it, and then again we finally adjust to it by putting a 25-yard flat. So the last thing you're going to want to do is go and run and guard the corner route yourself. Your CPU is already guarding that. You cannot make that mistake. Again, please know where your CPU is going to be, and don't go and double guard a route. The CPU is already going to be there to guard that. So something like this. Again, you don't got to go and guard this, It's all about knowing, asking yourself pre-snap, what's the CPU doing? Don't go and double guard that. And again, this might seem simple, but you would be surprised. There's so many top-level players, even, again, yes, top-level players that make this mistake almost consistently too. Again, you got to know, okay, ask yourself, where am I weak? It's the short sides in the middle. Don't go and guard the deep corner out. So, and I'm passionate about this because, again, a lot of my friends do this, and I get in their neck for this because, it's such a bad mistake to make. Again, you got to be thinking pre-snap where you want to go with your user, and again, it's not where the CPU is going to be. So again, seems simple, but such a common mistake that is made that even at the highest level, and it's all as simple as this. Again, having that plan pre-snap.